Well, I wanted a broadcast microphone for all of my voiceovers and my Facebook stuff, and I took the plunge. Yeah, I went to Amazon and I brought a cheap one, and I got the SudoTack. Is it any good? Is it worth it? Should you buy one? Well, keep watching and I'll let you know. Hello YouTubers, it's Steve here from Ergonology and welcome to another video on YouTube. On this channel, if you've not subscribed to us, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, but we do a whole load of air rifle reviews, you'll see one of them up there, air pistols and technology reviews that we are going to do today. Now, for you regular subscribers out there, you will notice that the video quality in the production maybe isn't as good as it normally is. And the reason behind that is that I'm using my webcam rather than my DSLR. And more importantly, it's all about the microphone. And that's really what I want to focus on, using it directly with the PC. Like a lot of you guys contact me and say, how do I get into YouTube? How do I get into Facebook? How do I get into videos? I want to stream games. Which kit do you recommend? Etc. So a lot of you look at my microphone reviews, my camera reviews, and my lighting reviews, and you go onto my Amazon affiliate links, and you basically get the stuff that I'm recommending. So thank you very much. It does help the channel. But today we're talking about a broadcast microphone. Now, I'm finding myself that I'm doing a lot more voiceover and Facebook and some streaming stuff, and I wanted a microphone that literally I could just pick up and move out the way on a boom arm like so. So literally like I'm just doing here. I wanted something all together, a proper broadcast cardioid type microphone. Unfortunately, they can cost an absolute fortune. You can spend £200 just on the microphone, and then you need all of the actual boom arm and all of that lot to set it all up, and then a pop screen on it, and it can be very expensive. Now, I did not want to spend that money, so I did what most of you guys do. I went looking on eBay and Amazon, and I was looking for a cheaper version, and basically I found one, and so I took the plunge. I was not expecting much, and the one that I picked was this bad boy here. Now I'm just looking at another screen to make sure you get that in, but it's basically the SudoTack, and it is the professional broadcast microphone complete setup USB setup, basically. Now, ignore the word professional in there. It's £50, okay, at the end of the day. It's just a good bit of marketing on there. But I thought, yeah, I'll take the plunge. Let's get one, see what it's like. I wasn't really expecting much out of it, but I am suitably impressed. You are actually listening to me on this microphone. I have done no editing to this at all. The only thing I've done is in the post-production is lifted the levels so that I don't drown or scream you out. I've added nothing else. I've played nothing with the settings. I've done no bass, nothing like that. It's coming straight out of this microphone on there. So, like I said, I got this off Amazon. The links are down below if you're interested in there. Like I said, if you click on anything on there, it does help the channel. But let me give you some specs with this. Right, basically, it comes in this lovely box, and suitably impressed. A lot of the microphones and stuff that you'll get on Amazon just come packaged, free package thrown in a bag. And you get quite a lot for your money. You get the actual microphone itself. Now let me just read you some specs, and I'll leave a picture as well for you. But this is taken straight off the box. It is a cardioid microphone. Basically, what it's looking at, it's a condenser as well, but basically what it's doing is it's projecting out in front, and that's where it's taking its responses from. So it's a little bit like a shotgun microphone. Basically, that's where it's grabbing. It's not grabbing from behind, so it's perfect for broadcasting. It has quite a decent frequency response range of 30 Hz all the way up to 16,000 Hz, and has quite a good dB sensitivity of -38 to plus or minus 3 dB on there. And the maximum signal, the noise show range is 70 dB. But the nice thing about this is, number one, is it's USB Type 2, which has got a 2.5 meter cable. So literally, you plug it straight into your Windows 10, Windows 7 device. It's automatically registered automatically there. There's no setup, no drivers, brilliant. And the other thing is it's 24-bit as well, so most of the microphones, including my Blue Snowball, so here's my Blue Snowball microphone here, that's only running at 16-bit. This is running at 24-bit, so it's a higher sampling rate, which is really, really useful on that. So there's some of the specs I've left out on screen for you. But what do you get in here? Well, you get the microphone, you get the shock absorbing housing for it as well. You get a pop screen that goes over the top. You get a sock to go over it, foam sock, it helps cut down extra noises as well. And you get a full desktop spring-loaded arm system that has a clamp on it that you can clamp it to your desk, or as I've got it clamped to my windowsill behind, leaning over the top of my monitors on that. So I wasn't really expecting too much out of this microphone. At the end of the day, like I said, it was 50 quid from Amazon. So I thought we'll get one, we'll give it a go and see what it's like. Look at the marketing and all that lot, put it to one side and give you the honest reviews and thoughts on it. So I would have been leaving some pictures around to show you the actual setup and how it all works. But I think the easiest way to do is, you're listening to me on it now, is let's compare it to a couple of other similar quality price range microphones. So I've got my Blue Snowball and I've got my Movo microphone that I normally use. Let's see what it's like and see how we get on, and then we'll do a summary review and tell you what I really think of it as well. Alright guys, we've got a bit of a strange setup here. I'm going to leave a little video running to show you exactly what I'm doing, but I'm sharing my screen, I'm on my webcam, and I've actually got 3 microphones in play. The microphone that you can actually hear me on at the moment is my daily runner that I use for all of my videos, and it is my Movo that you can see here. Basically that's usually out of shot. Sometimes I leave some screens and some pictures of my setup. This is the one that's on a big boom. It's about £100 worth, probably more than that by the time I got all the setup plugged into my DSLR camera that I take all the movies on. And then we got the SudoTack that's sat here. So this is the microphone that we're reviewing today, and it's a cardiac condenser microphone that's sat there. It's got the pop screen on it, which we'll play around with a little bit, and it's connected up USB into the actual PC itself. And then we have a Blue Snowball. So this is a desktop microphone, and this is about £75 to £80. There's different versions of it. That sits on a tripod, and it has a switch on the back that allows you to do basically like a semi-shotgun or a full surround type, and we got it set into the forward facing mode, so everything should be about the same. So to do all of this lot, forgive me if I'm looking left and right here, but what I've actually got, and just show you here, is I'm using OBS, which is a broadcasting software that you can use, and it allows me to switch microphones. So currently at the moment you're hearing me on my standard Movo microphone that I use for everything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch across, and I'm going to switch across onto the SudoTack. So we'll just bring up the properties of the broadcast, and we'll switch it across. You can see that it actually comes out as a Mayono ELF. It's Windows 10. You plug it in, it automatically recognizes it and sets it all up. So click OK, and now you're hearing me on that. Now I'm just going to bring this into the optimum place. We've got the pop screen in place here, and hopefully you're hearing the sound quality. Now what you're going to hear here is just the raw quality. The only thing I'm going to do when I produce the video is just change the actual levels, the volume balance, just to balance them out a little bit, but I'm not going to change anything else until I tell you that I'm going to do that. Now at the moment I got the pop screen on it, and I'm fairly close to the microphone here. I'm just going to take the pop screen off. I don't think it's going to make that much difference, but basically that's there to stop all of those pops and crackles and the feedback happening. So I just removed it at the moment so you can hear that, and we're just going to put it back across over the top of it now, and hopefully you can hear the difference there. Maybe it might not be that obvious to do that, but it's a nice thing to have. Like I said, that's USB straight into my Windows 10, automatically recognized. It's plug and play, absolutely brilliant. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch across now to the Blue Snowball. So we'll just bring up the properties on that, bring that across so you can see. We'll switch across to the Blue Snowball, and hopefully you hear the difference. And again, this is about £75 to £80 worth, this one here, and it's sat on the desk on a mini tripod. So switch across now. So now you're hearing me on the Blue Snowball. And then this is set into the shotgun mode, so it's taking the sound from in front of it instead of all around. It's set at the optimum distance of about 1.5 feet away from me. And again, this is USB into my Windows 10 plug and play. And again, you're hearing the raw quality of the sound coming out of this. I'm not playing around with anything with this. All I've done is just adjust the levels. So it's a very nice microphone. It's the microphone that I use quite a lot for voiceovers. You know, I'm going to start using the SudoTack now because that's what I want. It's just handy. So I'm going to switch across again now to the SudoTack. So again, we're just bringing up the properties of OBS, bring that across, and we'll just switch across to the SudoTack. There we go, and now we're back on the SudoTack. And one nice thing about the SudoTack is when I want to do voiceovers or I'm doing my Facebook, I'm doing what's in the bag and stuff like that, I can literally just pick this up, move it around, put it to the side. So I'm just going to move that and put that slightly out of reach. So it's just to one side, and then I can sit and talk, and hopefully you can hear the differences with that. So I really just wanted to show you the differences between the 3 different types of microphones, see what the sound quality of them are like. And yes, it's meant to be a broadcast mic that you can just move around on a boom. You would have seen lots of people doing Facebook or YouTube videos or playing games and they're using a broadcast mic like this. So that's why I wanted to get one and see how it goes. Okay, so let's do some summing up. What do I actually think of this microphone? So I thought I'd do this slightly differently. So apologies for the video quality, but I'm using my webcam and I'm using the SudoTack microphone deliberately to do the summing up so that you can hear what it's really like. Let's crack on. What do I really think of it? Well, to start off with, I'm actually quite amazed. I wanted a desktop microphone, a broadcast type, on a boom arm like so, that I could just move in and out as and when I wanted it. But I did not want to spend the earth on one. I didn't want to go and spend £200 just for the microphone and then have to get the boom arm and then the pop screen and all of that lot. I did not want to do that. I'm not that professional into it all. And so I took a bit of a gamble, really, with this microphone at £50 from Amazon. And I thought, yeah, let's see what it's like. But I am absolutely suitably impressed with it. I'm no audiophile, but I personally think the quality of this is quite good. With my Movo that I have, my boom mic that I normally use, I do have to do quite a little bit of editing when I do the production of the video. I normally add a bit of bass onto it and like that and just balance the sound on that. What you're hearing right now, I'm going to guarantee to you, is unedited, straight in. I've literally just dropped the video clip and the audio clip. The only thing I would have done is drop the sound levels just a tad, just so that it doesn't sort of like break the sound balances. But nothing else. I've not added any bass or anything like that. So yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with this. The frequency range of it is very good as well, and it's running at 24 bits, so that's higher sampling rate, which is more than my Snowball and my other microphones that I've reviewed and tested. So yeah, I'm absolutely very, very impressed as well. And also with the prices, what you actually get with it. Normally with Amazon, you get cheapo microphones and they turn up in a crappy cardboard box or just a bag and they look horrible. This one is actually beautifully presented. You know, let's just bring that on screen here. I'm absolutely really, really nice. And it filled me with confidence as soon as I opened it all up. Not only obviously are you getting the microphone and the USB cable, which is 2.5 meters long, but you're also getting the extending boom arm that you can just flip around. It's spring loaded. Really, really good. So I'm quite impressed with that. You also get a muffler that you can put over the microphone in case you're in windy conditions. Why you'd be using that, I have no idea. I've not used it. But overall, impressed. Normally, you'll be spending a good amount of money on the microphone and then the accessories for the actual the boom arm and then the pop screen. That's all included in that. I like the fact that it is USB Type 2, that you just plug it straight into my Windows 10, automatically detected. and it ran straight away. So I'm very impressed with that as well. Great for people that want to get into YouTubing or broadcasting, game streaming as well on that. It's got the built-in shock absorbers. Now you're going to hear this when I'm just banging it around, but it does help just reduce some of the stuff down. It's really, in terms of a broadcast mic, it's nice to have there. It's included, but really it's normally quite static. But that's good to have. There are a couple of bad points though. You know, at the end of the day, it's £50. It is not top end stuff. The boom arm, personally, I'd like it to be a bit longer. And sometimes with the boom arm, sometimes it will droop a little bit. The springs on it are quite good, but the extremities where you position the microphone, but it does have the tightening screws. But once you've got it all set up, it's not a problem at all. So, you know, I'd literally out of 10, I'd knock it 1 point out of 10 off purely for the boom arm. But then I've got to remember, it's a 50 quid microphone. I'm very, very, very impressed with it. So, yeah, that's basically sums it all up. Like I said, you're listening to me using it now. The links are down in Amazon. Would I recommend this? Well, definitely I would recommend this to people that are getting into their YouTube channels, or they're starting to do some game streaming and stuff like that. I know a lot of you guys come on and look at the cameras, the microphones, and especially the lighting equipment, and I can see you guys looking at those in Amazon and purchasing them off Amazon. Thank you very much. But the most important thing about anything that you do on YouTube or Facebook or anything like that, if you're possessing, is the sound quality. Even if your video is terrible, if people can hear you, they will continue to listen and watch you in the background. And you've got to get the sound quality right. You know, I've seen some terrible videos where the sound quality is awful and you just switch them off. This is great for the beginners. Those guys that want to get in there and do that, dip your toe in it. You got to remember, you got to buy your camera, you got to buy your streaming devices, you got to buy your software, you got to buy your lighting equipment, and then you got to buy your microphone and stuff like that. So it's an expensive hobby or an expensive pastime to get into. So if you can get something fairly cheap, which this is, and it works very well, fantastic, go for it. So I'd seriously recommend this for you guys out there that want a similar type of setup and don't want to spend the earth on it. So I'll be really interested to know whether or not you're interested in this. As usual, the links are down below in my Amazon affiliate link in there. Obviously, if you do decide to get anything off there, it helps the channel, so I thank you very much for that. Take a look at it. Let me know what broadcast mics do you guys use. What do you think of this one? What do you think of the sound quality? Like I said, I've not edited it at all in here, just changed the levels. And let me know your comments down below, where you'll find our Facebook group and all the other links to our web page as well. Anyway, until next time, unless you subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and I will see you next time on the next video.